Hi Libra! Hello my fellow Libras, how are you? How's things? How's it going? Welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings. I'm Eriu and this is your bi-weekly reading for September the 1st to September the 17th, 2017. Now, this is a general and love reading, and because it's so vast, more than likely everything won't resonate with you. More than likely, it's not going to. And that's okay, because you can look at videos for your moon and your rising sign as well. Now, if you're not quite sure what your moon and rising signs are, do not fret. There is a link below this video that you can calculate both your moon and your rising sign, and you can check it. It gives you a bit of info on it as well. So do that and then come back and have a look if you don't feel it fully resonates with you, okay? But hey, look, Libra, how are you? How's it going? I've missed you guys. How are things? Did you have a nice August? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the long summer evenings? There's something about that wonderful stretch that you get, and more so in August than the other months, the other summer months. So that stretch in August, those beautiful cool evenings, and the sun is just setting and it's like 10:30 in the evening. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And everyone's out enjoying themselves. I love that. I love that about summer. But alas, now we're into autumn. Jeez, where did that come from? I don't know. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a previous format that I've used before that's worked for you guys, which is the 6-card spread for your general, so the first week and the second week, and then picking 3 cards for your love life that thread through your general life, because it's all mixed in. It's all the one really, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Lovely. And if you haven't done it already, what do I always say? Grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, something stronger, or even like your dinner or something, and just kind of sit back and chill wherever you are right now. Even if you're on a bus coming home from work or going somewhere, like let's just phase out for a little bit and see together what's going to be popping up for you in your early September. Now, this has come up twice in my shuffling. It's caught my eye, and the Strength card. But twice now I've seen this. So we'll see if this pops up again. It keeps catching my eye. You know, I'm a Libra as well, so hey, if the Lover's card is here, well, I mean, I'm not going to say no to the love. Are you? No, no way. Oh, God, I've just... So, shuffly. Right, this is the last one for us. Gorgeous, right. Oh, didn't want to go there. And if I need to clarify, I will. Okay. So this top week, because it's 17 days... It's exactly 2 weeks, right? So we'll go, the top week will be the 1st to the 9th, and then the bottom week will be the 10th to the 17th, yeah? So start, middle and end of that week, start, middle and end of the second week. Let's go. Ooh, oh, hey, there we are, lovely. Oh dear. Don't worry, we'll clarify. Remember, I'm in on this too, so let's see what's going on with us, Libras. Right, so let's look at the start of your first week, right, or just your first week in general. You have the 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Gorgeous. Now, can I just say, guys, before I begin, you might hear that I'm slightly gravelly. I have a very sexy jazz voice this video, so I'm a bit sick. So please, I hope that doesn't hinder the reading by any means, and I hope that you can still, I'm still audible. I hope so. I'm a little bit gravelly, but yeah, who knows, I might get a second, third or fourth job as a jazz singer, who knows. But anyway, I digress. The 9 of Pentacles, so I will say we on this, because I'm involved in this, we have been working quite hard, probably is the reason as to why I've gone sick. We're trying to accumulate, we're trying to gather. Now I feel like these 2 cards are very much together in the start of September for the first week. So 9, 2 and 8, it's not much digression. To be honest, it's just kind of getting back to practical matters. 9 of Pentacles is seeing what you've built so far, be it financially, be it aspects of yourself, be it non-tangible and tangible goods. Sometimes it is your health as well. Your health is your wealth. In my case, not so much. And it's about looking back at what you've had, what you've grown, cultivated the seeds, and just sown the seeds and cultivated what's grown from those seeds. And I think it's time for you, Libra, to kind of go, do you know what, you're doing all right, kid. I said this, Sagittarius, give yourself a bit of a pat on the back here. You're doing all right. It's nice. You're doing well. Is it kind of slow and steady at times? Yeah, it is. But that's because you're creating a foundation for yourself. So why not start it with a slow and steady pace? Make sure the foundation is a strong and solid one that can hold whatever you want to build on it. And then just keep tipping away. That's what I always say, tip away at things. And it will all add up. And it has here with the 9. Now, the 9 of Pentacles, it's a little bit of a loner card for me. So some of you may be starting a business yourself, or some of you may be just trying to save money for yourself for something that you want in a bigger sense. Maybe it's a home, maybe it's a car, maybe you're just like, God damn, I need a holiday, I need to save. And so it's kind of you doing this all yourself. A little bit of a lone wolf, as I said. With these 2 cards combined, my advice to you would be to just maybe try and involve more people, or get back to having a little bit more fun, Libra, because the 8 of Pentacles is about, so you're 9 here, you're like, you're enjoying everything you have. You're like, yes, you know, I'm doing good. Oh, but hold on, I have a few more of the things I need to do. So you're not staying in this energy for very long, because you're thinking of all the things you have to do. And then you go back to the drawing board and you keep tipping away again. As I said, enjoy it. Maybe it'd be nice if we actually just swap these cards over like this. Tip away, tip away, tip away, and give yourself a good chunk of time and space to enjoy what you've done so far. Rather than, when I do this myself, I'm terrible for it actually. I just go, okay, right, I gotta get stuff done now. Well, that was fun. Now let's get back down to it. And you know, you kind of lose out on some things as well. So get back to it and involve a little bit more people. Allow them to kind of pull you out of your head a little bit as well, Libra, because we all know we can get stuck in there. And that's no fun, just us by ourselves. Now, so great though at the start and the middle of this week, yeah. But even better, what happens is the end of the week, we've got the Justice card. So hey, it's us. Yes, we've shown up in our own reading. I love seeing the star sign show up in its own reading. It means that we're definitely present, we're definitely acknowledging who we are, and we're definitely taking the lead in our own lives. Now, Justice can come in different forms. So as I said, she's the Libra card. She is an elevated version of the Queen of Swords, because Queen of Swords for me represents Libra. So when I see her, I'm like, okay, we've gone one step further. If you think of the Kings and then you think of the Emperor, that's the same level as the Justice card, right? Embodies different things, but the same level. Now, so we look at Libra. We look at ourselves pretty much. We like to balance things out. We don't like extremities too much. They kind of unnerve us. And you're like, why are people so extreme at what they do sometimes? It's going to hurt you. We like a nice level pace. We like a nice moderate pace. And things that flow rather than just come and hit you in the face, right? It's not to say that you're not fun. It's not to say that you're not spontaneous. But that's the energy that you feel more comfortable with, is this rather than this. We don't want the scales to ever really severely seesaw. It emotionally affects us as well, and it mentally affects us and affects our well-being in those 2 areas. So we're always a bit like, oh, take a step back from that. Now, she's here to say things are balanced out. Well done, Libra. You're actually balancing your life out pretty well. And if you didn't know that, I want you to know that now. Now, she also holds the Sword of Truth in her other hand here. And as we all know, that's what air signs represent. It's the swords. And we've got truth, communication, logic and thought, and mental processes, mental practices. Now, she holds this sword upright because she knows exactly that there's a certain boundary that people can have with her, and if they cross it, she will just put down the sword in front of them. It's not to say she's going to cut the head off like the Queen of Swords. She's got a little bit more elegance than that, all right? But she knows her boundaries now. I think for some of us, it may have been a case that we were pushing ourselves so hard and we were pushing others so hard, not in a bad way, but just in a sense that we're trying to get things moving in order to achieve this, that maybe that kind of pushing, how do I say it? It went beyond that fluid energy that we normally like and that motion that we normally like. I think as well, for a lot of you, it's a case that you're really starting to get to know you now. And you get to know how you work, how things affect you, what does or does not affect you, how people affect you in certain ways, and how you get down to business. Maybe it's a case as well that you're feeling, because you're working so hard and you're obtaining so much knowledge in both yourself and your craft, or whatever it is, that now you're like, well, do you know what? I feel like I'm living a more truer me than I have in the longest time. In the longest time. And I can, as a Libra, as I keep saying, I completely understand that. That's where I am in my life right now. And that's great. We're here. There's no clarification needed for the first week. So like, big up Libras. You're doing really well. Now, this can sometimes mean somebody getting their just desserts. You know, revenge is a dish best served cold sometimes as well. I don't feel like this. I feel like, you know what, your time is here now, Libra. And even if it feels like that maybe that your environment doesn't always reflect that, I think you feel that, and that's what's more important, to feel that that is coming rather than have other things outside of you validate that. Now the second week then we have the Four of Cups, Five of Cups, and then the Tower. Okay, so when I said Libra likes this lovely fluid energy, all of a sudden the cups, it's like it starts to whirlwind and spill out everywhere. What happens? What's going on, Libra? So cups, these two. We have Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and we have emotional energy in different ways. We have, actually it governs all the emotions. It's not just happy. It's anger, it's sadness, it's loneliness, it's joy, it's I don't know, like what are the other emotions? All of the emotions pretty much, excuse me. And if you imagine emotions being waves like the sea, sometimes those waves can come and crash in on us and we feel overwhelmed, we feel suffocated, we're smothered, and we're pulled into that deep emotional sadness of the sea. Other times the sea's quite calm. It's quite nice. It's got that fluid energy that we like. So some of you now in the second week may feel drawn to go to the sea or go to the beach because you're having some sort of emotional anxiety about something. But I think this is more about you rather than someone else. It's like I said that you were doing well and you feel it and you feel good, and then you come into the second week and you're like, well, things aren't moving as much as I'd like. Things are coming in for you, they don't feel like offers, or they're not presenting themselves in the way that you feel that that's for you. You're going, well, that's kind of what I want to do, where I want to be and who I want to be, but it's not exactly what I want to be. It may not come in for you in the way that you think, Libra. That's not to say it's not of value, because the Four of Cups here, look, we have the divine hand coming in. This isn't just anything. This represents, this little section here is actually the Ace of Cups. Now obviously this card isn't as strong as the Ace of Cups, but this is what this is. This is that imagery, which I'm going to find now because I want to just show you. Bear with me, because I want you to see this is that there is importance here. Here we are. Alright, so slightly different angle, maybe a little bit more ornate on this side, but it's the same idea. So imagine this placed in here, and then we pull out. If I was a camera, then we'd pull out. And what does that show us? Well, it shows us that there is something very special coming your way. And it may not be wrapped in the bow and the package which you think it should come in. It probably won't. This could be love. I know this is a general reading, but because we've got cups here, I have to mention love a little bit. But we can clarify that once we do the love reading anyway, so it's okay. But for others of you, it may just be emotional satisfaction in something. And you're like, no, I've done that. No, you understand, I've done that. No, I've obtained that. I don't want to do another one of these. Really? But know that there's value in this as well. You could really learn something from this. This isn't just... I just keep hearing, I'm so done. Like, I'm so done doing that. I've worked away here and I've elevated myself, and now I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. Are you having a bit of a... One or two cards? Are you having a bit of a, what I call a little bit of a moment here, Libra? And it's not a bratty one. I don't mean that. You're just kind of fed up. You're like, oh, for God's sake, I don't have to do that again, you know. It's frustration, that's what I'll call it. Because you have the Five of Cups here as well, and that's about, you see here, excuse me, these are your three cups, and you have emotional satisfaction from them. But now it's kind of not enough for you, and they've kind of fallen over and spilt out everything. You're like, well, for God's sake, like what? Why is this happening? I keep hearing like, why is this happening to me? Like, why does it have happened to me? This is about you changing your perspective on this certain scenario, but I'm going to clarify this for you. Let's pick one card to bridge the gap. One card to bridge the gap for Libra. One. Oh, never mind. Okay. Maybe three. Maybe we'll look at three. So what's going on with you here emotionally in the second week, Libra? Well, there's a choice you have to make about something. Do you want to suffer something that's maybe slightly financially a little bit less than you want? Are you going to walk away from that? I feel like some of you, your heart is a bit sore from your dreams. Your dreams not being enough of a reality for you just yet. I think you're stuck in this wanting to settle or going for what you really love. But you know that there's going to be a lot of effort that needs to be put in for what you want to do, like for what you love. What you love doing, I should say. But as well, you know that that's not stable. So this is kind of you're having a heavy heart about this. Libra, what feels good to you now? That's what I'm going to ask you. What feels good to you? Are you going to go practical or are you going to go with your heart? It's always that sense, isn't it? The head versus the heart thing. You kind of need to make a decision on this because you're not, even though you're moving in the right direction, I have a feeling that this energy is going to make you feel just a little bit repressed. And then you can't make good decisions when you're in that zone. So let's lift the blindfold on what we have here. I just feel like you're like, I can't win. I can't win. Of course you can. So the energy might be a little bit less in the second week. Okay, so we'll get through it. And hey, anyway, this is coming in for you, so it's going to change everything. So just lift the blindfold before you let down one of those swords. Because it's like you're creating a slight confusion for yourself. You had clarity here, you had your sword, one was enough, and then all of a sudden you picked up another one. What are you doing? Stick with her. Stick with her energy. See what is available to you. See what you can do for now. And then make that decision. But try not to go through with a heavy heart. But I feel you getting stuck here, Libra. And it is just, I just feel you're just being a bit, the head is just taken over with all these emotions and feeling a little bit overwhelmed and frustrated, and that things aren't going as much or as fast as you'd like them to go. And this doesn't, you have to view things differently now. You have to see things as they come in as an opportunity. You have to know that you have that emotional reservoir to deal with things even when things don't feel like it's going the right way for you. Because you're always on the right path. But the only way to get rid of this, because you just feel like you're in a funk here. The only way to get rid of this, because it's quite loopy. You're just in it. No one can tell you otherwise. No one can say anything otherwise. And because of that, then the Tower card has to come in. And the Tower card is a major arcana, and people are often kind of scared of this card and the Death card, but I call these cleansing cards. It gets rid of all the crap you don't need anymore, pretty much. So if you imagine something being built, what I said to you here about slowly building so you have a strong foundation, this is about not doing that. Having a shaky foundation, nothing is solidified, nothing is strong beneath your feet. You build on that, and then of course it's going to fall. Of course the tower is going to come crumbling down. And as well, there are people in your life at the moment, Libra, how do I put this nicely, that you don't need, that are actually, think about it though. I don't even mean need as in, oh, just full on progression. I mean, you don't, what do they give you? And I don't mean even in the practical sense. I mean, as a person, do you feel happy around them? Do you feel like you light up? Do you feel like you're you? You know? We question that. Let's question that. But the main reason why this is coming in is because it needs to obliterate all of this. How you view things and how you did things in the past. How you emotionally view things and emotionally invest in things needs to go. You've changed up here. So why are you going back to this pattern? It's not necessary. But the only way to get you out of your funk is the Tower card. It's like, look, let me in. Complete destruction, over and done with. Now, does that feel quite severe? Yes. If you push against this Tower, my God, it's going to push back. My advice, Libra, don't push against what's happening. It's happening for a reason. This Tower sees things that you cannot see. Look, it's higher up. It's built higher up. Therefore, its view, its aerial view, sees things with more accuracy than you do right now, because you're just in a funk. You're just in a little funk. So allow it to come in. Allow it to get rid of all that. And maybe teach you new ways to deal with things emotionally as well. I'll tell you what. So I like doing this, right? I like adding a card. So instead of leaving you here and thinking all is lost, let's show Libra with one card what it could be like, or what it will be like after this Tower. Just one card to show them. Yeah. Ah, lovely. Page of Pentacles. So Pentacle energy, you're getting back to this now, but more importantly, you're becoming more focused and determined now on things, and you have an objective. You didn't really have it here. You had a lot of Pentacles here, you gained a lot, but now we're getting back to basics. So it's about you learning, as I said, learning a new way of dealing with things emotionally. Pages learn things. They are students. They are the rookies of the deck, and that's what they're there for. So now it's about getting back to you, back to focusing your determination, having an objective, and moving forward at that. So is that a bad card to have? No. See what comes after? Yes, 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 yes. We'll just get you back on track. Right, let's do your love reading now, Libra. Your love reading. Libras, show Libra some love, please. Show Libra some love. Show Libra some love. 3 cards. Ooh. Oh, it's got butterflies. Oh. Oh. Ah. Right. Maybe it's self-love we need to learn about, eh, Libra? I have this thing about being really, the cards needing to be really straight. I don't know what that is. Right, so we have the 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Hermit card. Right, so as regards to love, we're a little bit in our head over the next 2 weeks, Libra. 4 of Swords is about healing. It's also about grief, and how sometimes the two often intertwine, and we feel those emotions. Oh, they kind of tumble together. The way I'd explain it is, when you have a marble, and you get that clear aspect of the marble, but then within that marble you've got different colours that move in between each other. That's what this is like. The healing and the grief. It's all around one another, but it all binds it together. So yes, we've got your energy here. We've got Aquarius and Gemini. And for some of you, maybe Libras, maybe it's time that you just took a step back from love. Maybe some of you have had a little bit of, not issues with love, but just bad times in love. And you're like, you know what, I'm bloody sick of this. I need to take a time out. I need to check out. I just want to take care of myself and heal. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Maybe some of the offers that you've gotten in the past haven't been what you thought they were going to be. A person, it could have been a water sign or it could have been an earth sign, may have come on. So I just got like our Sagittarius there. And Aries. They may have come in, they may have presented themselves a certain way, and it really wasn't that way. Now, I get that you were very happy at this time. You were like, oh, this is really great. Oh, I see it's going somewhere. And then all of a sudden, the reveal comes and you're like, that was not what I thought it was. So for singles, if you want to take a bit of a break at the start of this 9 days, then by all means do. I mean, I get it. It's best that you take care of yourself first before you give love to anyone else, right? Because you can't love yourself and then you can't not love yourself and then give love to someone else. You have to have that within yourself first and foremost. Now for couples, some of you maybe, or have maybe gone through a trying time. Maybe it was the case that you're the person that you were seeing or your significant other may have had several other offers, or were texting people, or were in contact with people. And if it's a case that some of you are in this weird limbo with your significant other, being like, we're on a break, I feel like the significant other may have had other opportunities, may have indulged in that. I'm not too sure. They're very secretive about that, especially if it's a Scorpio, Cancer or a Pisces. Very, very secretive. And what I want to say is, Libra, just take care of yourself. If you feel that something isn't right, it isn't right. Okay? Sometimes you don't need proof. Sometimes your own intuition and your own instinct tells you something isn't right. Just be careful here, right? Be careful, couples. Now, in the middle of the reading, then we have the Eight of Swords. So you're kind of getting ourselves into this mental twist. What's going on? So you've gone from a 4 to an 8. So this, you know, in an attempt to heal yourself, it made you so stuck in your head that you doubled all your swords. That you went from this experience here with this particular person, I don't actually think I can do this. This is just not for me. You know, you're becoming fearful. You're thinking of all the betrayal. You're thinking about, why isn't there anyone out there that just actually wants to be in a normal relationship and not want to have to text every other girl or boy, or not want to have external validation from everyone they meet outside, or doesn't want to have to flirt with everyone? Why can't there just be someone that wants to be with you and that's it? All this inner dialogue is making you duplicate your swords, and in turn you're creating this wall around you, and it can be a wall of fear, because you're like, you feel like there's so much out there, that there's so much to get through people wise, that you're like, for the love of God, this is worse than a needle in a haystack. It's way worse. That's what it feels like. And it's not that you don't have opportunities, but it's just that I get that the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you aren't what you're looking for. And I think that's contributing to this, for jumping from the 4 to the 8. So I want to say is, Libra, like, push down those walls, like, get rid of these swords, like, ping, 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 knock them down, knock them down. You got to remain open if you want love to come in. I get that it's hard. I know it's so hard, especially when we have our scars. It really is. But you've a lot to give. You've worked on yourself quite a bit. So don't focus on these folk that have gone. Screw them. They're gone. They weren't worth your time. But look around and see what's coming for you. Look around and see the possibilities, because they're there. Now, I'm not saying that there's one particular person coming in. I don't feel that. But do look at that. Do acknowledge that and what you can give. Maybe it's time for you now to go, do you know what? I'm sick of other people looking to try and give their cup to me. I'm going to have my own cup. I'm going to have my own cup of love for me. And if you don't like it, I don't really care. Yeah, do you see? Empowerment. Let's get back to empowerment. Now, for couples, whatever's going on, I know some of you, obviously, couples have just really good relationships, and this probably won't resonate with you, and that's cool. As I said, look at your moon and rising signs. But for couples, whatever this questionable infidelity is, this is giving me such... My stomach is just turning right now. Oh, with worry. I thought it was butterflies, and no, it's not. It's worry. I'm very, very anxious. Oh, such knots. Such knots in my stomach. The uncertainty of whatever this is making you much worse. I feel like some of you try and just throw yourself into your work to try and, you know, get out of your head, but it's actually making you worse. You got to communicate here, Libra. You got to say what's on your mind. You got to go through her. Look, you have the ability to communicate. Get your thoughts together first and then vocalize them. Okay? There's hurt here though. But it's because you... Like, what, with all due respect, like, what is going on with your partner? They're just not saying anything. They're holding it all in. They're keeping quiet. I think this is what's driving you mad as well. So what? If they're going to keep quiet about it, confront them. But you don't have to do it aggressively. Just be like, what is going on here? I don't feel like you're involved. I feel like you're somewhere else. You need to talk to me about what's going on. Okay? And take charge of, I guess, your life instead of waiting for them to maybe turn around and tell you how it is. But I get that the fear of that as well, that things could possibly end. That's there. But look, if it ends, it ends. That's it. That's all it is. But you may love them. I get it. But is that, the way they love you, is that good enough for you? The way they love you, is that good enough for you? Shouldn't have to fight against every other girl or a guy for their attention. You're enough. This is the thing. Now, singles, from all of this, 4 and 8s, energy coming up here. It's nice. You decide then you're going to turn inwards. Question yourself. Question why you feel the way you do. Question some of the past that's happened. Get rid of some of those memories. You're like, what is it? Why is it that I feel this way about things? What is it about the way I love that I'm struggling with, or that people feel like they struggle with? What is it? Who, what, when, where, why? And the Hermit card does that for you. It brings a lot of introspection. Let me turn myself inwards. But it's good in the sense that you're not just going outwards to find the answers to these questions. You're not asking people about it. What you're doing is, I'm going to ask myself, because I'm the one that's involved in it. I'm the one that's been there and seen it all. So let me trust in my ability to go inwards and find those answers. Now, will it feel like there's emotionally quite violent? Yeah, absolutely. You're going to feel like emotionally you're pulled in every which way at the end of these 2 weeks. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a little bit of an inner hurricane. But what I want you to know is that you've still got your inner strength as that Libra. You still have the ability to balance. So when things start to go askew, what do? We use our skills. We use the tools that we have and the tools that we know how to use. So you see, you'll have the Hermit. On either side, then you're balancing in between the Justice and the Tower card. Now, what's nice is the Hermit's moving more so towards the Justice card, which means that in spite of all this, you're going to get back to you, but with just a few more answers. Or maybe for some of you, there will be a Virgo or another Libra that comes into your life that actually helps you maybe break down your walls a little bit and helps you find those answers, or provokes you asking yourself those questions. Now, for couples, the knock-on effect here is that it's the same. You're just going to go completely inwards. Now, I don't want you to go so introverted that you don't get the answers that... How do I put this? That you don't go so introverted that you close yourself off from the other person. You will feel the same pull, that tug of war within you about wanting to speak your truth, but at the same time feeling so emotionally vulnerable from it. And feeling like your whole world is crashing down. But have faith in your ability to communicate and put yourself forward. And have faith that you shine a light on your own destiny, whatever that might be. This is for Libras, both singles and couples. This is really just about you. And this is about you decluttering your emotional inner self, in that sense, what we have here. Like, I say this a lot for Libras because even though Libras do emit a lot of confidence, a lot of love, vitality, and they're very open, I think more than almost any other sign, Libras have this thing about their self-worth. Maybe Virgo kind of ties in with this a little bit, but how we really view ourselves and how, you know, you could say, oh yeah, well I take care of myself and I'm good to myself. Yeah, but like, how do you really feel about yourself? Let's declutter all those little anxieties within you. I know that you're more than capable of all of this. You just got to take the reins a little bit more and not psych yourself out, because that's what you're doing, Libra. I get for couples, it's because of what your partner's doing. I get it. Yeah. But let's make that decision that we had here, yeah? All right. Alright Libras, this has been your bi-weekly reading, the 1st to the 17th of September 2017. If you dig what I do, please like or comment even, that'd be great. And subscribe or share, whatever you like to do, I don't mind. Remember, I do personalised readings, I do both general and love. So if you're looking for a little bit more advice on either of those, my email address is below. You can email me directly and I'll get in touch with you with my price list and my service list as well. If you're interested in a love reading, do check out the format that I have for the twin flame one. It's a twin flame reading I did for all the earth signs. Now that's a format that I've personally created for my clients, and that they feel really actually works. So if you would like a bit more guidance in love, especially with the way couples are going, do check out that format and you can email me, okay? Libra, have a beautiful 2 weeks. Just look, keep working away, which is great, but Let's change up how we do things emotionally, yeah? Let's flip the script on ourselves and challenge ourselves a little bit more. Have a beautiful 2 weeks, Libras. I will see you in the following 2 weeks, which will be nearer to our birthdays. Oh my God, our birthdays are coming up. Let me know what you're doing for your birthday. I'd love to hear it because I need some information. I need to know because I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday. Have a beautiful 2 weeks. You take care, Libra. Bye-bye.